Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and give this video a like. Every year, on October 24th, we celebrate United Nations Day. It's a day to remember why 193 countries decided to get together to make this planet a little less chaotic and more cooperative. Today, we're counting down the top 5 most inspiring moments in UN history. These moments remind us of our potential when we unite, from human rights to saving the world. Let's dive into the moments that define the UN's legacy and inspire a better future. The year is 1945. The world stands at a crossroads, its cities scarred and its people weary from unimaginable loss. In just 3 decades, humanity has endured 2 devastating world wars, leaving millions dead and entire nations in ruins. Out of this devastation, a radical idea emerged. What if, instead of fighting, nations could come together to talk, to listen, and to solve their problems peacefully? In San Francisco, leaders from 51 countries gathered, united by a single, ambitious goal: to build a foundation for lasting peace. They worked day and night to draft the UN Charter, a document that was more than just words on paper. It was a promise to protect future generations from the horrors of war and to uphold the dignity and rights of every human being. Former enemies sat side by side, determined to build a future where cooperation would replace conflict and dialogue would triumph over division. The mission was clear: maintain peace, foster friendly relations among nations, and coordinate efforts to solve global challenges together. The United Nations wasn't meant to be a world government, but rather a unique space where countries could meet as equals, no matter their size or power. When the Charter was finally signed, it marked a turning point, a moment when the world chose connection over isolation and hope over despair. This was the birth of multilateralism, a recognition that the challenges we face, war, poverty, disease, are shared, and so must be our solutions. The journey ahead was never going to be easy. Disagreements and setbacks were inevitable, but now there was a table where every voice could be heard. The creation of the UN stands as a symbol of humanity's resilience and its capacity for hope, even in the darkest times. It's a testament to our ability to learn from tragedy, to rebuild, and to strive for something better than what came before. The founding of the United Nations was a bold declaration that humanity was willing to bet on cooperation, on dialogue, and on a shared future. The stakes were, and still are, nothing less than the survival and well-being of every person on the planet. The iconic blue and white flag stands for an idea born from the ashes of war, an idea that peace is possible when we choose to work together. It's the enduring belief that, despite our differences, we are stronger, safer, and more hopeful when we unite as one world. The UN was born, a beacon of hope in a world recovering from the ravages of war. But what are the ground rules for this new world order? Enter the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, a document that would change the course of history. After World War II, it was clear that sovereignty couldn't justify atrocities. The world needed a moral compass. A committee, chaired by Eleanor Roosevelt, worked tirelessly to define fundamental human rights. They debated and philosophized, striving to capture the essence of human dignity in words. On December 10, 1948, the UN adopted the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, a milestone in human history. It declared that every person is born free and equal in dignity and rights, a revolutionary idea at the time. This groundbreaking document set a common standard for all nations to aspire to. While it wasn't legally binding, it carried immense moral force and influence. It gave a voice to the voiceless and a language to the oppressed, empowering those who had been silenced. The UDHR became the foundation for international human rights law, influencing countless legal frameworks. It inspired constitutions and treaties, transforming the landscape of justice and freedom worldwide. The principles of the UDHR have been used to fight apartheid, advocate for women's rights, and hold dictators accountable for their actions. It's a living document, echoing in courtrooms and protests worldwide, a testament to its enduring relevance. The UDHR was an act of profound empathy, valuing every individual and their inherent worth. It was a defiant stand for shared humanity after witnessing the depths of dehumanization. The Universal Declaration of Human Rights is a promise to uphold dignity, a pledge to protect the essence of what it means to be human. The UN set rules for getting along, but what about diseases? Enter the World Health Organization, WHO. Founded in 1948, the WHO declared health a fundamental human right. The WHO coordinates international health efforts and fights disease outbreaks. One of its greatest triumphs is the eradication of smallpox. Smallpox killed millions, but the WHO's global eradication program defeated it. Health workers tracked cases, vaccinated populations, and contained outbreaks. In 1980, smallpox was declared eradicated, a monumental achievement. The WHO applied lessons from smallpox to polio, pushing it to the brink of extinction. The UN's role in global health extends to fighting HIV/AIDS, Ebola, and pandemics like COVID-19. The UN's work in global health is practical and life-saving. It's about delivering medicine, training health workers, and saving lives. The UN's work is a reminder of our shared knowledge and capacity for collective action. When we pool resources, science, and compassion, we can defeat diseases. The UN makes the world a healthier, safer place for everyone. Climate change doesn't care about borders. The planet is heating up, and the UN has been the main stage for climate action. For years, climate conferences ended in disappointment, but then something shifted. The science became undeniable, and public pressure grew. The stage was set for COP21 in Paris in 2015. The UN played a masterful role as a facilitator, building consensus. The conference was a marathon of negotiations and diplomacy. Leaders from small island nations gave powerful speeches, fighting for their homes. On December 12, 2015, the Paris Agreement was adopted. For the first time, 196 nations agreed on a framework to combat climate change. The Paris Agreement aims to keep global temperature rise below 2 degrees Celsius. It works on a pledge and review system, with countries setting targets. The Paris Agreement wasn't perfect, but it was a starting point. It created a framework for decades of climate action. The UN achieved a diplomatic miracle, uniting diverse nations. The Paris Agreement is a testament to multilateral diplomacy. It shows that the UN can provide a platform for humanity to choose a better path. When disaster strikes, the UN puts on its boots and steps into the unknown, ready to face whatever challenges lie ahead. They get their hands dirty, working tirelessly in the world of humanitarian aid and peacekeeping. The UN's first responders are often the first to arrive and the last to leave, going to the most dangerous and forgotten places on Earth, where hope is in short supply. Peacekeeping missions, known as the Blue Helmets, help maintain ceasefires and protect civilians. They stand between warring factions, often lightly armed, to create space for peace and dialogue, risking their own safety to give others a chance at a future. Thousands of peacekeepers have lost their lives in the service of peace, making the ultimate sacrifice so that others might live in safety. The World Food Programme delivers food assistance to millions every year, reaching communities cut off by conflict, disaster, or poverty, ensuring that no one is left behind. UNHCR provides shelter and protection for refugees, running massive camps that become temporary homes for families fleeing violence and persecution. UNICEF protects children in emergencies, setting up schools, providing clean water and ensuring that even in crisis, childhood can continue. The most inspiring stories often happen far from the headlines, in places the world rarely sees. It's the story of a peacekeeper de-escalating a standoff, using words and empathy instead of weapons to save lives. Or an aid worker coordinating a food drop, making sure that every package reaches those who need it most. This work embodies the UN Charter's principle to save generations from war and suffering. It's the world reaching out a hand to those in crisis, saying, "You are not alone." Every act of compassion is a message of hope. The UN's work is about survival, providing essentials in dire circumstances, and restoring dignity to those who have lost everything. The quiet, relentless work of these individuals is one of the most inspiring stories the UN has to tell, a testament to courage, resilience, and the enduring power of humanity. 5 moments show the UN as a testament to human hope and resilience. From human rights to eradicating disease, the UN's story is our story. It's a reminder that our biggest problems can only be solved together. The UN isn't perfect, but for many, it's a lifeline. It represents the belief that we are one human family. The work is far from over, but the spirit that founded the UN is needed now more than ever. Thank you for joining me on this journey. I hope it inspired you. Don't forget to